you might be in a place where you just want to be recognized for your freaking brilliance. And you want to not have to compete with the algorithm and to have to play all these games and post 80 million times a day and try all these tricks. And I'm here to tell you that you don't have to do that. I'm here to tell you that you can build your own stage through this right here, through a podcast. And I'm betting that podcasting is a lot more of what you're looking for than you think that it is.
What's up? I'm Angie, and you are listening to Podcast That Pays, the podcast for online business owners who want to grow their business and sell their offers using podcasting. If you like no fluff, tell it like it is advice from a marketing-loving podcast agency owner, you are in the right place. So glad you're here. Let's dive in.
Okay, so I want you to close your eyes and I want you to think about how it would feel if all of your ideal clients, and not just ideal clients, but the people who are dream clients, and not just because they'll pay you money, but because you care about making an impact, those people whose lives you know that you can change, those people who you know that you can help, that you see every day, and you're like, dang, if you just allow me into your world, I can change it. And I know I can. I'm so confident in that. And I want you to just picture all of those people in a room and you are on stage and these people are there to listen to you. They're engaged in what you're saying. They are having breakthroughs from what you are talking about. You can tell, you can look in their faces that their beliefs are being shifted. Their minds are being changed. They're stepping into different versions of themselves because of you. And you're standing there on stage, being able to deliver this to these people. I want you to think about how good that would feel. I bet it would feel so good to be able to have a moment like this, to be able to have your expertise highlighted, to be able to finally be seen for your brilliance, to finally be recognized, to have the attention that you know that you deserve, and not because you just are an attention whore, not because you just want attention, but because you're fucking smart, you're brilliant, you know your shit, you've spent years in your craft, and you know you are the shit, and people need to hear it. How would that feel? And then I want you to open your eyes now, come back to this episode after seeing how that would feel. And I want to ask you a question. Why haven't you, if that feels so good, why haven't you built your own stage yet? Why haven't you built this stage where you can feel like this and you can reach your audience? I think another question I would ask is, what's next for your business? What's next for you in your business? I know that we've been so conditioned to be on social media, and we have had to spend years almost dumbing it down to get attention on social media. And it gets tiring. It gets tiring of doing that every day. And you might be in a place where you just want to be recognized for your freaking brilliance. And you want to not have to compete with the algorithm and to have to play all these games and post 80 million times a day and try all these tricks. And I'm here to tell you that you don't have to do that. I'm here to tell you that you can build your own stage through this right here, through a podcast. And that I'm betting that podcasting is a lot more of what you're looking for than you think that it is. You're looking at podcast as, I'm just getting on this new platform and it's just another way to communicate. And it's just this separate thing outside of my business. And you're looking at it as, you don't need this right now, or this might not be urgent, because what's urgent is getting those quick dopamine hits on social media or getting those sales. And I can't see how a podcast is going to do that for me right now? And is that the best thing for me right now? And way to spend my money is investing in this, and why? You might be looking at it like that, but I'm here to tell you that this shit hits different. When you get behind this mic, the shit hits different. You are just like what in the beginning, what I asked you to visualize. That's exactly what you're doing when you are behind your mic, when you have a podcast and you have your own platform and you have built your own stage. Building this stage is going to be the thing that helps you get on more stages. Building the stage is going to be the thing that helps to position you in that place where your clients revere you and view you as the expert. Your potential clients are hanging on every word that you're saying. They're looking at you like, dang, I need to hire this person. This place, this podcasting is more than just about how do I get more sales, right? This is about how do I position myself as the leader? How do I share my thoughts? How am I becoming this thought leader that I want to become? Because you've been in business a while and you know what? You know how to get sales. You know that you can go on social media and you do this launch and you post a bunch of times and you're sending it to your email list and you can get sales. Okay, we know that we can get sales. This might not be about getting more sales for you, although I'm going to always talk about that and make it about that for you. I'm going to always make sure that that's incorporated into this. But that might be why you're bored in your business, because all you're doing, you're in the same place that you were 3 years ago, in the same cycle, in front of the same people. When what you really need to do, what might be the next thing for you in your business, is building your own platform, your own stage where you are the freaking star because you deserve to be the star and to be highlighted. Maybe you're bored because you're doing the same old shit from the same old people. Maybe the next thing for your business is that book deal. Maybe you want to get more media. Maybe you want to be on actual stages. This, my friends, is how you do that. This is the beginning steps of how you do that, of how you build this deeper brand, deeper, wider, more impactful, more credibility than just, I'm just Facebook famous. Let's get past the Facebook fame. Let's get past the Instagram fame. Let's put down some real roots. That's what this is about. And you're bored because you've been doing the same shit over and over, talking to the same people over and over, and you're not expanding your brand. This is a brand move. This is a thought leader move. This is a building your stage and staking your claim and highlighting your brilliance move. And if you're about that, then you're going to naturally make more money. You're going to sell shit. People are going to want to be in your world because you're making these moves that are advancing your brand and advancing who you are. And it's what's next. It's not the same old status quo of this Facebook fame and this performative trying to perform. You get to be raw and real and show who you are and lead with what you're really thinking and highlight it for who you are and what you know. Telling your story, it's a beautiful thing, and it creates connection and it creates a deeper level of trust with your audience. It builds your authority in your field and what you're doing. It sets you apart as a thought leader. And if that is what you want, then I invite you to stop playing so small. Hey, if you're listening to this and you're thinking to yourself, I really need to up my podcasting game, or you want to start utilizing your show more for your business to get more leads and sell more offers, then I want you to come over to podcastthatpays.com and check out the Podcast Collab Lab. That's podcastthatpays.com and check out what we're doing over there. I would love you to join us. Okay, back to the show. Stop worrying about what am I posting on social media every day? Is that really getting you where you want to go besides the little dopamine hits here and there? What is it that you really want you to think about it? If you did that exercise in the beginning, what about that felt so good to you? What is it from that you want? And is that more of what you want in the direction that you want to go in your business? Or do you want to stay with the status quo? and continue to do the same thing. Some of us have built ourselves on social media and in our circles so much that like there's nowhere to grow. And I'm not going to say nowhere to grow, but it's time for the logical next step. That's why you're bored. That's why you don't want to post anymore. That's why you're tired of talking about the same shit over and over, because you're thinking about this in a clinical way versus thinking about this in a deeper, wider way of I'm showcasing my excellence, my brilliance. I'm telling my story. I'm creating my own stage that these people who are listening are coming to and soaking this up. Are you ready to play bigger? Are you ready to stop playing smaller? That is what this is about. It positions you differently. I had a client who just launched her podcast, and we were talking. I interviewed her for this podcast, actually, and we were talking about how she, like, people who have been in her world forever, family, friends, whatever, who've been in her world forever and know what she does and see her posts on social media and never say anything, never interested, never anything. And the moment that she launched her podcast, they looked at her different. They respected what she was saying. They reached out and said, "Hey, that's really blah 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 blah." And she's just like, it's so weird. It's so weird that they do that. But that's one of the phenomenons that I've been finding that's been happening, is these people who have been in my world that just never paid attention. Now all of a sudden they're just like super interested, and it's almost like they're proud of me, and they look at me different. And I'm like, the whole time she was talking, telling, I was just giggling to myself, because I'm like, that is not a mistake. That is exactly what this is supposed to do. That is exactly what this does. It positions you differently. It hits differently. Okay. It positions you different. Now they see her as an authority. Now she's more revered. She's more respected because she has her own stage and her own platform. And it's weird. It's a weird phenomenon. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. It's like you're just sitting here talking behind your mic, but something about it highlights this, like the next level in you. Something about it when you can show up here and you have people. I mean, I posted a podcast episode today, and I don't have to do anything, and hundreds of people will just go and listen. I don't have to turn tricks for the algorithm. I don't have to have a fancy hook. I don't have to do anything else. If I didn't want to do anything else, no other social media, nothing. And all I want to do was come to this microphone and talk. I still have an audience of hundreds, thousands, actually, that's actually engaged in listening to me, because I built and created my own platform, my own place to highlight who I am and what my brilliance is, and how I can bring that out into the world, and people are listening, right? So what's next for you? What's next in your business? A lot of people look around, and we're in this place where we want to put out the small fires. Maybe we want to do the things that are like, we're investing in a marketing funnel. We're investing in this sales thing, because that's going to be the instant gratification hit for us. But what about investing in our brand? What about investing in our thought leadership? What about investing in the bigger thing that you want to do? What about that? Because I think that is, and I'm not going to call it the future, but I think that is the future. I think that is the path forward for so many that we're resisting, because we're used to the same old thing. And we're looking at podcasting as like, this is just this thing that we do on the side, instead of this platform in which to highlight ourselves. And you deserve to be highlighted, and you deserve that. And if you're trying to be on actual stages, if you're trying to be in media, if you're trying to reach more people, this is your logical next step. So stop playing. Stop freaking playing. Right now, I am doing a VIP weekend in New York City, where what we're doing is exactly this. We are coming together, filming someone's podcast in person. It's my first time doing video, but we're filming it. You're being treated like a star. You get to come. We have a stylist. You get your hair and makeup. We take video of you, photos. We're going to do video clips, but you're coming and getting treated like that, like you're about to go out on stage, and then let's create, right? To put that out in the world. And it's so perfect for the person who is in this place And what I would say, to you is, if that feels like you're ready to move into that place, then let's do this together. You should reach out to me. You should reach out to me and say, hey, I'm ready to go to this next level. This is the next evolution of my business. And let's chat how we can get you to the next evolution of your business. Because what currently is happening is people are feeling burnt out, and the shit that they're doing is not working, or the shit that they're doing is, it may be working because we've been doing it forever, but it's not satisfying anymore. We're feeling tired of it. We're feeling like we want to go bigger. And some of us don't know how. And I'm telling you that this could be and is probably the logical next step for you. So I really want to shift how you think about starting this podcast, how you think about your current podcast, and how important it can be to your business and your brand and your next level self and your evolution, the next evolution of your business, because this can unlock a lot for you if you do it right. If you do it right, if you work with me, I'm not even going to lie. It could be a big old fucking waste of time. I'm not going to lie, but I'm the best at what I do. I'm the best at this shit. I'm literally the best at this shit. Nobody thinks about podcasting in the way that I do. Nobody's going to help you craft your story the way that I do. Nobody's going to help you create your content the way that I do, unless they learn from me. And they're still not me. Nobody's going to be able to do that for you. It can be a big old waste of time. You need to invest in an expert to help you get to this next level, to get to this next evolution of your business, because you deserve that. And that just might be the thing you need. So if you're sitting there playing small, and you could be playing small if you're just being a Facebook famous, you're playing small. It's time to step into a bigger version of you. This is me stepping into a bigger version of me. This is me stepping into the next evolution of me and my business. I'm leading here, my example. And I'm stepping in because I know how valuable what I have to offer is. I know how valuable what I do is. I know that when you come in, it's clear. When you come in, my client that just launched her podcast, she made her investment back in the first couple of weeks. And then times 20, literally, she made back. And so I know that what I do works and brings value. But now, how do I step into my next level and my evolution? It's not just through building a stage for myself, because I've done that. It's through helping other people build their stage and stop playing small. It's through helping other people tell their story. It's through helping other people use their podcast as a really consistent driver in their marketing every week, helping people use their podcast to position themselves so that they can get on those stages that they want to get on in real life. Not that this podcast is fake life, but I know this is virtual. So that they can do that, so they can be considered for those book deals, because you have a story in you that you need to tell. You need to get your stage built. So if this resonated with you, I would love to hear from you. Come over to my Instagram at Angie M. Jordan. And if you want to scoop up a VIP weekend, because man, these things are going to be awesome, come into my DMs at Angie M. Jordan on Instagram. Tell me what you think about this. How are you feeling? What are you thinking about this episode? Do you want to learn more about how we can expand your brand, how we can help you grow into this next evolution of who you are? And let's have a kiki. Let's have a kiki about it. Let's have a chitty chat about it and see how I can help you to stop playing small, how I can help you position yourself where you want to be, how I can help you get that feeling of being on stage in front of your most dreamy people that you know that you can help. Because we all got work to do out here in this world. We do. And it's time to stop hiding and to step out and actually do the work. So thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next episode.
Hey, if you enjoyed the show, head over to podcastthatpays.com to get started on your way to creating a podcast that pays. And don't forget to follow this show and take a screenshot that you were listening and tag me on Instagram at Angie M. Jordan. I'd love to meet you and show you some love over there. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Let's get this money.